Hey, how are you rascals? Did you miss me? It's been a minute. You know the drill though, probably. We're here to review all of the new manga chapters that came out this week. Am I loud? Am I a bit loud? Let me tone it down a bit. Sorry, I'm just excited to be back. What can I say? Anyway, school started kicking my ass for a little bit there, so I took a temporary break. However, I am on summer break now, so that means we can do this every week, and I have no valid excuses to get out of doing it. Which, I shouldn't have to make excuses because, I enjoy it, so, here we are. I've got my diet unbranded pop, because it's not branded until they pay me, and I'm excited to jump into this. First things first, we've added a couple new manga to this. We're only able to do One Piece for a couple of weeks, but obviously we got One Piece on there now, for those of you unversed. We also added Gachiakuta, which is for some reason not there, but it doesn't matter because I don't think there was a chapter this week anyway. But I'm caught up on Gachiakuta now, so that'll be joining us starting next week. Now, let's simply start from left to right. And first of all, you're going to notice there's a few manga removed from here now. Mojulo ended, and I did not get to cover the ending, but long story short, I didn't really think it was that good. And Chainsaw Man also ended, which... yeah, let's not even talk about that one. Okay, so Sakamoto Days, first chapter. It was alright. Tenkyu's back. He's looking for Sheen, and he seems to, not want to kill him. It's kind of unclear where this is going. But I thought it was pretty cool to see him again. I'm glad Suzuki didn't just forget about him. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm not like Tenkyu's #1 fan or anything, right? So I just don't care about this whole fight that's going on right now. I don't really care about any of the characters involved at all. So for me, it's a solid B tier. It's not a bad chapter by any means. Now, talking about Centuria, we got more backstory on what we found out about, is it Lalawag last week? Her extremely overpowered gift. And the eventual consequences of having such an ability. But this has been really brilliant for her character building, and I just find this to be such an interesting character concept. It's kind of like Twice, but better and more interesting. She's kind of put the pain off on all of these doubles of herself, but then they've started putting the pain on doubles, and she literally has to kill herself to maintain sanity or stay alive, for that matter. This, in my opinion, I thought this was an S tier chapter. There may be some people who don't care about Lalawag who are like, what the hell is this? But for me, I don't know. I just found it a compelling backstory, and she's probably one of my top characters in Centuria now. Now, let's talk about Underdoctor. This was a filler chapter. It was about Chiwa, and she's on her day off. I didn't think it was that bad. I appreciate filler chapters like this, and it definitely was necessary for us to get to know more about this character, considering how important she is. But I do think it is a really, really bold choice for them to throw out a chapter like this when Underdoctor is very clearly on the chopping block. Okay, there's a solid chance that this series gets axed soon. I don't think we have time for little asides like this, but I thought it was a good chapter nonetheless. I enjoyed it, and hell, I'd probably put it above Sakamoto Days. But I'll give it A tier. I will give that chapter A tier, which sounds kind of crazy, but yeah, what the hell? It's up there, Kinato, average. They're going to this village where he's going to have his training arc, and personally, I would put this one below Sakamoto Days. But generally speaking, I think I find the chapters of Kinato's magic to be more enjoyable, generally speaking, than Underdoctor and Alien Headbutt. But I don't know. Really, I don't think any of these three are good. I don't think they have staying power at this point, especially now that they've started to develop. I feel like Underdoctor doesn't have enough substance to it. There's not enough of a world you know? I feel like Alien Headbutt just doesn't really have much to build off of. It's not like that honestly, I feel like both of these have the same issue. They're narrow in scope. They're really narrow in scope. Kinato's magic, on the other hand, is massive in scope. I feel like if anything is going to stick around now, my money would be on this, personally. That's what I think has the best chance. And on that note, we're going to talk about Alien Headbutt, which is actually showing pretty decent signs of an impending axe. That being said, I thought this was a good chapter. And when I talk about signs of an impending axe, I mean, we're getting new characters introduced rapidly. So there's this like goat girl, and she also has powers. And then the main character gets a new form, and then they immediately beat up somebody who was set up as like one who I thought was set up as like one of the main villains. The main character spent like a chapter locked up, and then now he's broken out. He's killed this guy. He's got a new form. I just think we're going really fast. It wouldn't surprise me to hear that Alien Headbutt is getting axed probably before chapter 25, just from the way the story's developing, which I'm really sad to hear about it because, like I said, it's obviously not my favorite of the batch, but I think it's fun, you know, and I think it has potential, but I just don't really think it's touching it at the moment. Now, Ichi. I find the recent Ichi developments to be not that interesting, like, at all. Mainly because, you know, they say, oh, there's a traitor in the association, and then they just immediately show the traitor, and then now we're going into this fight scene where all of the new characters they introduced get to be cool and all that. Like, we kind of know where this is going, right? Minakata, it's good to see him again. I'm glad that he actually gets to be a character that has agency in the story, and I'm very interested to see the writing between, you know, the rivalry that's going to ensue between him and Discaris, because you already know, right? We've already seen her being angry about this, like, father figure. And, I mean, I don't know if this is that kind of story, but I'm just saying, not only would a romance not be entirely surprising, but I actually think it would be kind of funny, you know, because this is literally, like, Ichi's mother figure and Ichi's, like, father figure. Granted, I don't know about that age difference, though. But anyway, just a thought. You know, I'm just spitballing. But like I said, I don't really know if it's the kind of story like that. Maybe, because they've kind of set up Ichi and, like, Komugi a little bit. And there's also the character who literally said she would smash Ichi if she could. So I'm just saying there's a chance. But if that is the case, hey, I ship it, okay? Make out a little bit. Anyway, Kagurabachi. Everybody is fucking dead. Everybody is fucking dead except Shiba. Man, so many good things happened this chapter. Well, okay, they weren't good, but you get what I mean, okay? We got Shiba's sorcery reveal. We got Ryu using all of the abilities to his disposal. He instantly obliterates everybody, including poor Mashiro, who people really wanted to survive. He did not. He's dead. Yeah. He's dead. He's gone. He's sending Shiba back to give the message. And Shiba's sorcery, there were some naysayers, okay? There were people who were like, his sorcery is just teleportation. Fuck you, buddy, okay? The evidence was there, okay? Proof is in the fucking pudding. We've seen this man literally, like, making craters in... Like, Hokuzono could have not possibly made it more obvious that this guy has more stuff in the bag, okay? Now we know that he can just edit properties, which is really overpowered. I feel like Hokuzono kind of ripped me off. I know. I just want to put this on the record just in case somebody yells at me in the future. I was writing a book. I was publishing a web novel, chapter by chapter. And that is the exact same ability of the main character that I wrote, okay? I wrote this before I even knew that Shiba existed, before Kagurabachi was even out. No. But it was before Shiba's ability reveal, okay? Let me put it that way. So, I just want you to know in the future, if they call me a plagiarist, I'm not a plagiarist. I have the dates, I have the drafts with the dates, okay? Anyway, that being said, I will be looking for how Shiba may use his ability in the future for a little bit of inspiration up here. But this was definitely an S tier Kagurabachi chapter. I'm very... I don't want any of you to ever call Kunishige Rokuhira a war criminal ever again, because he was 100% justified for building those swords. And I would even say that after seeing what happened here, it's not that I agree with Soga per se, but it's that I can definitely see where he's coming from now. I can see the motivation there. I don't know if I agree with the method, but I definitely see why he did it, because those guys are some fucking demons, 100%. Yeah, so I'm excited to see more of this. I'm excited to cover it with you guys. Let's talk about One Piece. This was kind of a nothing burger chapter. I'd put it in C tier. Like, I just feel like nothing happened. We're just having all the consequences get reversed, and I just don't really, like, I'm just not a fan of the writing in Elbaf, to be honest. Like, I feel like Imu's reveal has overall just turned out to be, like, really not that good. Like, he really needed to come in murdering people. Literally, the only noteworthy thing he did, which was cut off Gerd's fingers. Who gives a shit about Gerd anyway? But even that got reversed this chapter. Chopper just sews him back on, which... So I feel like Imu's just achieved nothing, but, you know, the battle is continuing. Now they brought in, like, the rain god or some shit, and it's just like, what the heck is going on? I feel like... I kind of feel like Oda is putting all of his cards on the table maybe a little bit too fast, dare I say. To the point where it's just everything is just hitting the table at once, and you just go like, what the hell is going on? Was any of this set up? Does any of this have precedent? That's how I felt about Elbaf. At least that's how I felt about, like, the last 20 chapters. It's just gotten insane. There's just so much lore everywhere, and I feel it's become pretty convoluted. Especially just the goings on, you know, there's just so much shit happening. I don't know, let me know if you feel the same way. But, oh yeah, and obviously Mad did not come out this week, but Mad is almost always S tier. Now, I'm excited to look into Gachiakuta next week with you guys, and I'm looking to add stuff like Witch Hat Atelier, which is going to be next, I think, and I don't know. Comment down below what else you want me to review. Either way, I'm sorry this is coming out on Monday, but... You know, I love my mom. Yesterday was Mother's Day, so that's what I spent that doing. I hope you guys still tune in anyway, and a day's difference doesn't really make that much of a difference in viewership. We'll see, though. But yeah, I love you all. Hit that subscribe button, and I'm really looking forward to making a lot more content on this channel. It's not just going to be these. I swear to God, you're going to see more videos from me very soon. Subscribe to my main if you want to see, like, streams and gaming and stuff. I do gaming on there. And yeah. Okay, see ya.